Okay, so first let me start with a little inventory tip because I saw this post on the last video that we did, and if you haven't checked out the last video, there's still time to get in on the coaching opportunity that I'm doing this month. Just go back to the other video and post a comment on that page. But on that page, there was a comment from someone who indicated that she had purchased a large quantity of a deeply discounted product from her home office and had thought to herself, well, I can sell this. And what ended up happening was she was sitting with a stockpile of product that she couldn't move. Big mistake number one, a key to indicating that you have an expensive hobby is that you're not making those purchases with a buying strategy in mind. And what I mean by that is you don't already have a buyer for the things that you're buying. If you look at your direct selling business model, in almost every instance, you take prepayment. You get the money first, you order the product is then delivered. And what she did was step outside of that. She bought the product and sat on it, and is probably still sitting on it, waiting for someone to come buy it. Instead, what you want to do is look at what it is that is being offered and say, can I find a buyer for this? Do I already have clients in my database who love this particular product that's on sale for super deep discount? When I was with my last direct selling company, they always had a seasonal eyeshadow. Every season they had this limited edition eyeshadow, and most of the time it was hideous. I wouldn't buy it. At first I did, but then at the end of the season, I was stuck with this half-used thing that I had demoed that I couldn't sell or give away, and I hated it. Wasn't going to use it myself. So what I ended up doing was not buying those limited edition seasonal things. For one, if I bought it at the consultant discount, I didn't get any commission on it. I didn't make any commissionable sales credit on it. So there was no benefit to me from the home office perspective to do it that way. And if I didn't have a buyer, I sure didn't want to have to sit on it. So I would wait until I sold one or two of them before I would buy one for my kit. And then I would buy it and not use it. And I would say, you know, at the end of the season, I would call one of those clients and go, I have one left in that limited edition color. Do you want to stock up so that you know you've got some for the next, I don't know, empty squadrillion years? And most of the time they would buy it from me. And then I didn't have it stuck in my inventory. A business owner doesn't just buy stuff to buy stuff. A hobbyist, in this case, she was in the hobby of getting great deals. And it's a very expensive hobby to be a part of. So what we need to do is shift your gears from that dollar signs in your eyes prospect to what a business is all about. So let's get clear on that right now. Any business that's in business for the long haul has two goals. One, to serve their clients with some kind of an offer. And number two, to make a profit. If you don't make a profit long enough, you don't have a business, because you'll go out of business. If you don't serve your clients, they're not going to stick around. They're not going to be clients. You have to have both. You have to have a compelling offer that serves the needs of the people that you're working to serve, your clients, and you need to be able to make money doing it. If you don't have both, you don't have a business. Okay, that's number one. The other thing you need to be thinking about is, what kind of a mindset do you have? Are you building this business like a business owner or like an employee? If you have an employee mindset, you sell XYZ product. You're not a business owner that represents XYZ brand company products, okay? And it's a slight distinction, but it's a big difference in the way you carry yourself. If you're just another employee mindset person, you're just another consultant like everybody else in the street. But if you have a mindset of wanting to serve your clients, you become an expert in, let's say, skincare, and you just happen to recommend products from XYZ company. Okay? I'm going to help you make your skin beautiful, and I recommend that you use these products. I'm going to show you great ways to revamp your wardrobe using very affordable fashion jewelry, and I recommend these products. That's a very slight distinction, but it gives you the autonomy to be able to go anywhere with any company, establish yourself as an expert, and just recommend those products. The business becomes you incorporated, and the product line that you represent is this particular product line. Think of a department store, like a Nordstrom. Nordstrom sells lots of different products. They recommend lots of different products in their store, but Nordstrom is known as an expert in this particular type of product. Okay, they're known as a high-end retailer. So you don't go there looking for the $2 deal. How are you positioning yourself in the market? Are you even positioning yourself? If you're not, you don't have a business. And I've got a whole list of about 10 of these things that we're going to go through in Direct Sales 101 or 102 to help you get clear on, do you have a business or a hobby? You know, are you promoting your product or service, or are you promoting yourself? Are you paying for your business out of your personal account? Do you have a business entity? Do you have the right tax structure set up? And this isn't a course on taxes, but did you know that in some areas, if you're running all the money for your business through your personal account, you're commingling funds and it can be illegal? You probably didn't know that, because most of us don't get into direct sales going, I'm going to run a business. But you have to decide whether you're going to take that step from expensive hobby, where it's costing you money every month, to profitable hobby, where you're earning, you know, a couple $100 a month, no big deal, to business that is profitable. And when I talk about profitable, the difference between profitable hobby and profitable business is, I don't know anybody who's working a full-time job making $500 a month. That's a hobby. It's a profitable hobby, but here's the thing. In the United States, the IRS requires you to report hobby income, but you can't deduct expenses related to a hobby. With a profitable business, you may be able to deduct the expenses related to your business as well as report the income. So you get some checks and balances there that you don't get if you just have a hobby. I help people build businesses. And if you want a hobby, you can make it very profitable, but my course is probably a little overkill for you. There's other things we're going to talk about. Knowing your numbers. If you don't know, and we talked about in the last video about being ruthlessly honest about your situation, if you don't know what the numbers look like in your business, how can you begin to improve them? You can't. So we're going to take a real deep look at that. And that's the thing that I'm really going to be spending a lot of time with the coaching clients on when we're doing the coaching this month. And if you haven't had an opportunity to sign up for that, go do that, because I'm going to look at your particular business and go, where's the money coming in from? Where is it going out to? How can we improve these numbers right now and make your life a little easier? Give yourself a little bit of breathing room. That's what this is going to be all about. You know, do you have a plan in place to improve your numbers? Do you have systems and supports in place so that you're running a business and the business is not running you? Because let's be honest, if the business is running you, it's not a business, it's a ball and chain. So we want to cut the chain. We want to give you something that is thriving so that when your husband comes home and says, hey, honey, how was work today? You can say, oh my gosh, you know, we had a rocky start to the beginning of the month, but it looks like we're going to clear some profit this month, and we're going to have a little bit left over to be able to do some of the things that we wanted to do this month. And he's going to look at you and go, wow, she's showing me the money. Hey, maybe this direct sales thing isn't so bad after all. And it's going to give you more empowerment over your financial situation. Now, in our next video, we're going to talk about IPA. And most of you know that as income producing activities, but it also means something else that may or may not surprise you. If you've ever followed me for very long, you might know exactly what I'm talking about. But I want you guys to get crystal clear on how these things, these two different kinds of IPA, are critical for your business and your life.